What if choosing between age 60 and 70 to collect CPP and OAS could mean the difference between just getting by and enjoying real peace of mind in retirement? This is David, and today I'm diving into a decision that millions of Canadians are quietly making, but many aren't fully aware of the impact it could have on their financial future. If you're over 60, planning to retire soon, or even still working part-time, the choice to take your Canada Pension Plan, CPP, and Old Age Security, OAS, early or delay it could change everything. So, stay with me until the end, because I'm going to show you exactly what most seniors don't realize, and how to make the most of your government benefits. Here's what many don't know: if you take CPP at 60, your monthly payment will be reduced by 36%. That's permanent. On the other hand, if you delay it until age 70, your benefit grows by 8.4% every year after 65, that's a 42% increase by the time you hit 70, and OAS. It also grows by 7.2% per year after age 65, up to 36% more at 70. These are real numbers, approved by the Government of Canada, and they could add up to thousands of dollars more every year in your retirement. But the decision isn't just about math. It's about health, income, and how long you plan to work. Are you still earning a salary and thinking about when to start your pensions? You might face OAS clawbacks if your income is over $90,000, but there are smart ways to reduce that impact. Do you worry about outliving your savings? Then delaying your benefits could give you stronger, inflation-protected income later on. And if you're concerned about needing that money sooner due to health issues or other challenges, starting at 60 might still be the right call, but only if you know all the facts. In this video, I'll break it all down. You'll learn how your choices today affect your monthly income for the rest of your life. I'll show you real examples, explain how survivor benefits come into play, and help you avoid common mistakes that could cost you big later. Most importantly, I'll help you make a decision that fits your life, not just the numbers. So don't skip this, stay with me, David, as we uncover the truth about CPP and OAS timing that could make your retirement far more secure and enjoyable. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's make the best decision for your future, together. Starting CPP or OAS at 60 may seem like the right thing to do when you first become eligible, especially if you're eager to stop working or need extra cash. After all, the government allows you to begin collecting these benefits as early as age 60 for CPP and 65 for OAS. But what many Canadians don't fully grasp is how the timing of when you begin collecting can have a lasting impact on the size of your monthly payments, and ultimately, on your overall retirement income. Choosing to start early means locking in a permanently reduced benefit, while waiting longer could significantly boost your financial security in later years. This decision can shape the quality of your retirement, and that's why it's so important to understand all the angles before making the call. When you choose to take CPP at age 60, your monthly amount is reduced by 0.6% for each month before age 65. That's a 36% reduction if you claim it at exactly 60. While it might feel like you're getting a head start, the long-term consequences can be serious. For example, if your standard benefit at 65 would have been $1,200 a month, starting at 60 would reduce that amount to around $768 per month. That's a big drop, over $5,000 less each year, and more than $50,000 over a decade. And these figures don't include inflation increases or cost of living adjustments, which would widen the gap even more over time. Seniors who start CPP early often find themselves regretting the decision years later when their cost of living increases but their fixed monthly payment stays lower than it could have been. Old age security works differently. You can't collect it until you turn 65, but you can choose to delay it until age 70. For each month you delay past 65, your OAS increases by 0.6%, meaning that if you wait until 70, you'll get 36% more each month. That same principle of patience paying off applies to both CPP and OAS. Someone who waits to collect until 70 could receive hundreds more per month compared to someone who starts at 60 or even 65. For example, if your OAS benefit would be $700 per month at 65, delaying until 70 would push that to about $952. Over time, that extra income becomes even more meaningful, especially as health costs and inflation rise. Still, waiting until 70 isn't realistic for everyone. Many people feel they need the income earlier because they're no longer working or they're facing financial strain. In such cases, the reduction in benefits may be worth it in exchange for immediate cash flow. But this trade-off should be carefully calculated. For example, if you're in poor health and have a shorter life expectancy, taking CPP or OAS earlier might actually make financial sense. On the other hand, if you're in good health and expect to live well into your 80s or beyond, the larger benefit from delaying could be a huge advantage. It becomes a game of longevity. How long will you live and how long will you need that income? One critical piece that many people miss is how working past 60 affects your CPP. If you continue working while collecting CPP, you not only get the reduced amount but also must continue to contribute to the plan if you're under 65. Those contributions aren't lost, they help fund the post-retirement benefit, PRB, which gives you a small annual boost starting the year after you contribute. This means that even if you've started collecting CPP, you're still building additional benefits, although they are relatively modest. The PRB helps reduce the blow of taking CPP early if you're working part-time, but it's not a full replacement for the amount lost by starting early. There's also a psychological factor. Many Canadians worry that if they don't take CPP or OAS as soon as possible, they'll miss out if they pass away early. It's a common fear, but statistically, Canadians are living longer. The average life expectancy in Canada is around 82 years, and many live well into their 90s. That means that the longer you live, the more sense it makes to delay. Even if you don't make it past 82, you may still receive more total money by delaying if the increased monthly payments are large enough. It's a gamble, yes, but one that should be based on personal health, lifestyle, and financial security, not just fear of missing out. Income taxes are another important consideration. If you're still working and collecting CPP or OAS, your total taxable income will increase. This could bump you into a higher tax bracket or result in clawbacks to your OAS. The OAS clawback begins when your annual net income exceeds a certain threshold, currently just over $90,000. For every dollar over the threshold, 15 cents is clawed back from your OAS benefit. If your income goes high enough, you could lose your OAS altogether for that year. So, if you're still earning a significant income from employment or investments, it may make more sense to delay OAS to avoid this penalty. What's often overlooked is the long-term protection that comes with delaying benefits. The higher base amount you get by waiting provides a stronger inflation-adjusted income floor for the rest of your life. In your later years, when medical bills, caregiving needs, and housing changes start to increase, having a higher guaranteed monthly payment from CPP and OAS can mean the difference between comfort and financial stress. It's not just about money today, it's about financial security 10, 20, or even 30 years from now. Let's talk about the combination of both benefits. Taking CPP at 60 and OAS at 65 is a common strategy, but it's not always the best. You might be better off delaying both to 70, or staggering them depending on your income needs and work plans. For example, if you retire at 62, you might start CPP then to get some income, but delay OAS to 70 to maximize your later life support. The key is to treat both benefits as part of your total retirement plan, not isolated decisions. There's also a growing trend among financial advisors to recommend using other assets, like RRSPs, TFSAs, or workplace pensions, first, to bridge the income gap between 60 and 70. This lets your CPP and OAS grow to their maximum, giving you a larger, guaranteed source of income for the rest of your life. Tapping into your RRSPs early, for instance, can make sense if it helps reduce taxes in the long term and avoids OAS clawbacks. This strategy depends on having those assets available, but if you do, it could be one of the smartest moves you make in retirement planning. Some seniors also consider working part-time while delaying benefits, using part-time income to cover living expenses while letting CPP and OAS grow. This strategy has two big advantages: you keep your mind and body active while also building higher government pensions. In fact, many Canadians are now choosing to work into their late 60s, not just for financial reasons but also for the social and psychological benefits. Working gives structure to your day, keeps you connected to others, and may even improve your health outcomes. If you're healthy enough to work and enjoy your job, it may be worth holding off on benefits. Another factor is survivor benefits. If you delay your CPP and then pass away, your spouse may receive a higher survivor's benefit based on your larger pension amount. On the other hand, if you take it early, their survivor benefit will also be reduced. For couples, these decisions don't just affect you, they affect your family too. Coordinating benefits as a couple is essential for long-term planning. For instance, one spouse may choose to delay while the other takes early to balance out the household income. There's no one-size-fits-all approach here, and speaking with a retirement planner can be helpful. Finally, Don't forget about the psychological benefit of knowing you've maximized your income. When you know your monthly payments are as high as possible, you can spend with more confidence. That confidence can be as valuable as the money itself. It gives you the freedom to enjoy your retirement, to travel, to support your grandchildren, or to pursue hobbies, without the constant stress of running out of money. In conclusion, David, whether a Canadian senior chooses to take CPP and OAS at 60 or delay until 70 is a decision that depends on many personal factors: health, life expectancy, other income sources, and lifestyle goals. But what's clear is that many seniors aren't fully aware of just how much this choice can affect their retirement. By explaining it clearly and honestly, as you always do, your audience will feel empowered to make smarter decisions. And with each video, you're helping seniors across Canada build a better, more secure future.